This is about strength training. And the reason why I'm talking to you about strength training is because as we get older, and we all get older, we may or may not get wiser, but we all start losing strength. We all get weaker with age. We lose almost about 2 to 4 kilos of muscle weight every 10 years, especially all of us women, after we turn 30, we start losing our strength at a very, very fast pace. Now, the thing is that when we lose muscle weight, we also begin to lose our bone weight. In fact, post 30, our thighs, we really start bulking up on our thighs. So our muscles actually shrink, and our intramuscular fat, especially around the thighs, really starts bulging out. And that's how we all start getting broader, on our lower body. A lot of us make statements like, "Main upar se I can wear a small size, but niche I'm a double XL." All that is thanks to this fast pace of loss of strength. So our strength loss is very progressive. And by the time, in the age of 50 to 70, and don't worry, even if you're not 50 or 70, you will all get there. We will all get there, but hopefully we'll get there stronger and together. But otherwise, if you're not doing strength training, you can lose almost up to 30% strength between the ages of just 50 to 70, which means that it gets difficult even to lift about 4 or 5 kilos. But it need not be like this. You can change it. This loss of strength, loss of bone tissue is reversible only if you start strength training. By strength training, I mean training in the gym, training with a bar, training with a dumbbell, training on a machine, training on a resistance band, training with any piece of equipment that loads the muscle. Yoga can also be taken as strength training, but only if your practice has really evolved, right? So you will find much more detailed information on this if you read the strength training chapter on Don't Lose Out Workout. So strength training के बाकी बहुत सारे फायदे हैं, but I'm going to list out a few important ones. If you have diabetes, you should surely start strength training. If you have diabetes anywhere in the family and you're worried कि आपको भी genetically आ जाएगा, then with just 1 day of strength training, you can prevent that. And if you're already diabetic, then you can, just 1 day of strength training will help you reduce the doses. And if you do it consistently enough, even maybe get off the medication. If you have period trouble, if you have breakouts on the skin, if you're menopausal, weight training will especially help you because it will put all your hormones in a great state of balance. If you have arthritis pain or if you have high uric acid levels, then strength training will reduce your arthritic pain, and it will also help you reduce your uric acid levels. If you often get depressive thoughts about मेरा तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, तो फिर surely you should start weight training because it reduces depressive thoughts and it gives you good sleep. It will actually help you improve your sleep. If you ever walk with someone के जो के बहुत धीरे धीरे चलता है, then all that you have to do is get them to strength train, because just 1 day of strength training will increase the speed at which you're walking. Research is now saying that the speed at which you walk and the way you walk is actually linked to how well your brain is functioning. When the brain slows down, the speed at which you're walking also slows down. But again, that is reversible with just 1 day of strength training. So strength training के फायदे बहुत सारे हैं. You should all start strength training because that's really what your heart wants. That's really what you need to do to get even smaller and taller and stronger. You basically need to get off the weighing scale and stand under the squat rack. That's what this whole guideline is all about. So here are the 3 categories that we more or less belong to. If you have never ever strength trained, well, start from now. Aapke achhe din aa gaye. Start with strength training at least once a week. You can begin with the beginners program from my book, Don't Lose Out Workout. It's a well listed out program. Look for a local gym, seek the appointment of an expert trainer, start them off on that beginner's plan, exactly in that same structure. Per session, it will only take you just about 20 or 30 minutes. Cost, total exercise investment should be about 150 minutes per week, but we will come to that in due time. Right now, if you do introduce strength training to your schedule once a week, one session will cost you between 20, on the higher side, 40 minutes. If you're diabetic, if you have heart disease, if you have knee problem, if you have back problem, you surely should start training at least once a week. Surely should start training with at least once a week. The second category is you do it sometimes and sometimes you don't do it, because the friend is getting married or you have some presentation or you're just bored or you woke up late. Well, your time to get regular starts now. You have to train at least 2 times a week. If you have been regularly irregular, start this week with at least 2 times a week. Build it up, keep it up with 2 times a week over the next 6 weeks. This is especially important if you have thyroid, if you have PCOD, have menopause, or if you have endometriosis. So if you have any of these hormonal issues, start with strength training at least 2 times a week, because it will really help improve your insulin sensitivity. And the third category is if you're already regular, your strength training more than 3 days a week. Well done, shabash, I would love to meet you. And if you're already strength training more than 3 days a week, all that you do now is focus on intensity, drop the rep range, keep it to between 5 to 8 reps for every set, because what really makes a difference to the strength of your muscles is the kind of load that you get them to bear. All right. Can you strength train at home? Yes. But you will have to make sure that you're loading your muscles correctly. If you join a gym, you have the ability then to train at your body weight, less than your body weight, more than your body weight. The gym has equipment which will let you choose the right load for the strength and limitations in your muscles and tendons and ligaments and joints. There is much more to exercise science than just calories in and calories out. Okay. Thank you so much. Keep losing that fat. Keep gaining that muscle. Keep gaining that bone density. And I will see you next week. Stronger, fitter, leaner, prettier.